Hello everyone, welcome to video 21 of my Claude series. Today we will be discussing about prompt chaining. So I asked Claude to do three things in one prompt: read an invoice, check the numbers against our price list, and write a summary for the customer. About one time in 6, it quietly got something wrong, and I had no way to tell which one of the three steps broke. So I split it into three separate prompts, each with exactly one job. Now when something breaks, I know exactly which step failed and what went wrong. This video is my real prompt chaining workflow with Claude. No cleanup, just what actually works. So without wasting time, let's get started. Now we will understand in detail why prompt chaining is required. Prompt chaining is basically breaking mega prompt into reliable steps. These are some of the reasons why prompt chaining is important. First is mega prompts fail silently. So if we have one prompt doing extraction, validation, formatting in a single pass, any one of them can fail and eventually your whole thing will fail. Second is one job per prompt is equal to failure isolation. Third is a gate between steps with plain code. So it can be a mega prompt can't fail fast in the middle. A chain lets you validate step 1's output before even spending token on step 2. Fourth is parallelize when steps are independent. So a chain when step n genuinely needs step n-1 verified output, but till n-1 we can run things in parallel. That time it is very important to use prompt chaining. Now chaining costs more calls and more latency than a single mega prompt. We have to spend that cost when a silent wrong answer is expensive, not on everything. Let's move to an example where we see how prompt chaining is used. So we have three steps here. First step is we write a prompt which basically extract data from the invoice. So this is my instruction: extract the data. This is the invoice, and Claude replies me with is extracted data in a particular format. Now basically here if a line is missed, right, or a misread quantity shows up, we know that this is only part of this problem. This doesn't happen in the end. Moving to step 2, this is where we do validate it. So we get the result from prompt 1 and put it in line item, and we also basically put an instruction to validate this line item against our catalog, and eventually ask Claude to validate. So Claude will validate that these are the valid SKU, this is a flagged SKU because the price mismatch is more than 5%. So this is a checkpoint a mega prompt can't give you. This mismatch is now a named field in the reply, not a sentence buried inside a paragraph. So this step is also necessary. Now moving to step 3, where we do summarize the verified result. So here we paste step 2's result and give an instruction to write a 2-sentence customer facing summary and note any flagged item plainly. Eventually it replies your order this and this is confirmed, and this was billed at $45, which is 7% over $42 and has been flagged for review. So why this matters, right? So here we saw that each call saw only what is needed. If this summary reads wrong, you already know it isn't an extraction or validation bug because we have validated in step 1 and step 2. And if there is any bug, that is bug only in this step. Now we will see one interesting thing, that in case of our previous example, if let's say the step 1 reply would have been failing. So step 1 reply could be like this, right, where Claude replies was cut off mid JSON. So we wouldn't have pasted it into step 2, and we would have to reprompt step 1 and pointing the exact problem. So here we would only move at on once their reply actually passes. So why this matters is the mega prompt can't fail fast in the middle. A chain lets you catch this here before it ever reaches validation or in the summary. Now we will see example of parallelize, where independent subtask will run parallelly and eventually the summary will run in the end. So the use case here is we have two chat 1 and chat 2, which can run in parallel. Chat 1 summarize section 4, chat 2 summarize section 7. So here we have chat 1 which summarizes section, and Claude replies me this I will run in a separate Claude tab, and chat 2 is this, and chat 2 is also getting summarized in a separate tab, and our final call would be merge these two section summaries onto one paragraph, remove duplicate points, and here I give the summaries of chat 1 and chat 2. I paste the result. So Claude replies that this agreement may be terminated by either party with 30 days return notice, incurring 2 months exit fee, payment is due net 30 with whatever is the summary, right. So it basically does that work. Now what matters here is we have to chain when step n genuinely needs step n minus 1 output. If not, then we can parallelly execute the previous steps, which I have shown here in this demo.